Hey guys, it's Jayden Cullip here, back for another video, and today I've got my good friend with me, Miles.
Hello everyone.
So yep, it's that time of the year again if you're a football fan. It's time for the Premier League predictions for the 2020-21 season. Miles, are you excited?
Yeah, I'm very excited for the new season, obviously off the back of winning the league last year.
Here we
Hoping to do
go.
the same again.
Here we go. Bask in your glory.
I mean, so we might be our only chance in the next 30 years, so
But so we're going to talk about our Premier League predictions, and here's Jacob from the editing phase to tell you how this video is going to work. So this is how it's going to be. So in the first part we're going to talk about relegation, then we're going to move on to mid-table, so that's 17th to 10th. We've got the Europa League challenges, we got to 9th to 5th. Then we got the top 4 and the eventual champions. And then we got the awards as Player of the Season and Young Player of the Season, etc. So let's get into the Premier League predictions. Right, so let's get into the relegation places. So since he's in my house, I'll let Miles talk about who do you think's going to be relegated.
20th place, I've gone for Aston Villa. Now, I think this one is really key on whether they keep Jack Grealish. He did really well for them last season, bagging quite a few goals and assists and essentially just kept them up. But I think they got quite lucky last season, especially with the goal on technology blip that could have sent them down in favour of Bournemouth. But yeah, so for me, 20th place, Aston Villa, haven't really strengthened.
Yeah, I've gone for 20th place, Fulham.
Not a bad shout.
Scott Parker, that's done a decent job getting Fulham back to the Premier League after getting relegated in the 18-19 season. Done a decent job, rewarded with a new contract I saw the other day. But we'll obviously have some key members like Alexander Mitrovic, good goal scorer. Knockout. Championship player at best in my opinion. We've talked about that in the past behind the camera. But I think they could do something maybe, but I think the squads are better above them if I'm honest.
Yeah, I think they've got a good mix of Premier League experience in there. They've got the likes of Gibbs and Mitrovic. Gibbs.
West Brom.
Gibbs plays West Brom. They're getting mixed up.
Yeah.
Mitrovic, Knockout, but don't think they're going to be good enough. So I put them in 19th. So
and I've put Aston Villa in 19th.
Yeah, so switching them around.
Same reason as you. Will Jack Grealish have the same season as he had last season? Is he going to leave? I don't think so. Reports are going to be Man United, but since Donny Van der Beek signed yesterday, I think that's put the rumours to bed.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to pay the price. They got £70 million. This is ridiculous. This is the Premier League and English premium, really, isn't it?
You could get Van der Beek and Thiago for that money.
Exactly.
So it just proves English players really. I mean, it's not his fault, Jack, but he's priced out of the move.
Yeah.
We know he wants to leave. So.
Yeah. 18th. Who have you gone for?
I've gone for West Bromwich Albion.
Interesting.
Premier League experience, as you said, Kieran Gibbs, who does play for West Brom. Let's make that clear. Charlie Austin, Hal Robson-Kanu, decent players.
Robson-Kanu is
Robson
a bit of a championship player, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's done well in the championship. To be fair,
he had a good year of 2016 when everyone thought he was Messi, but.
But I put 18th. I think they could do something. Got Slaven Bilic as manager.
No,
used to manage West Ham United, but I think they could have the abilities to do something, but I think they're going to get relegated.
Yeah, I've gone for Leeds.
Leeds United?
Yeah, I just don't see... I think there's a lack of quality in the squad for me. They've signed Rodrigo, which doesn't look like a bad signing, but he did only score 4 goals in the league last year, in the Liga. Could struggle to adapt to the Prem, and other than that, I don't know.
Lost Ben White.
It's just Leeds though, isn't it? Yeah, lost Ben White.
And signed a new contract to Bruyne.
Yes, so they've lost a key member of the defence last season that made them win championship. So I can see them maybe putting a surprise, maybe doing a Huddersfield a couple of seasons ago and just staying up for the one season. But I don't think they have the longevity in the Prem. Yeah.
So that's the end of part 1, relegation.
On to mid-table.
Yeah, on to mid-table. So now we're going to talk about mid-table.
Yep.
Mid-table matters.
Yeah, it's a difficult one to predict though, because there's a difference in points each season, like 5 points between like 17th trying to reach like 12th, so hard to predict.
Very hard to predict, and this is where people like to skip in a lot of their predictions because it's so hard to predict.
Yeah, it's not that relevant either, to be honest. If you finish 17th or 11th, it doesn't really matter, does it? You stayed up.
I mean, we've all finished mid-table one time or another. I think we all have.
Yeah, even like when Chelsea went down the pan.
Yeah. But yeah, so let's start with 17th place. Who have you got, Miles?
Crystal Palace.
Oh, Crystal Palace.
I think they could finish high, but their squad is ageing slightly. Without a goal scorer over the age of 26 last season, which is under 26, sorry. Yeah,
Jordan Ayew done well last season, though.
Yeah, it was.
Benteke at the end, after lockdown, started to score.
Yeah, surprising. Yeah, not a goal scorer on the age of 26 last season. Bruyne Eze from QPR.
Could be a good signing.
Could be good.
Could mean Zaha's going.
Could be, but again, who's going to pay his price tag? So.
Exactly.
Crystal Palace 17.
Come on, Dortmund, please. Sign him, please. I want Sancho. Please.
Getting desperate now.
But yeah, I agree with you. I put Palace 17th.
Oh,
so yeah, 16th, I've got Brighton and Hove Albion.
What's your reasoning for that? Quite low down, maybe?
Same, like, I suppose they have a good squad, fantastic squad, and they've added that with Adam Lallana, the player they signed from Ajax, can't remember his name. Veltman. Two decent signings. Well, obviously Adam Lallana, depends if he stays fit. That could be a great signing for Brighton.
Could revolutionise the midfield with the loss of Aaron Moy as well.
Replace David Prep. I think David Prepper's not... I mean, you said to me the other day, David Prepper gets ahead of Donny van der Beek.
In the national team, yes. But then it's Ronald Koeman, so what do we expect? Like, he got Everton relegated at one point, so...
He's the man who bought Schneiderlin, so that tells you something. But yeah, good squad, as I've said. Could potential to go higher with the signing of Adam Lallana, depending on his injuries, I'd say. But yeah, good squad, but I think there's teams better than them.
16th, I've gone for West Brom.
Ooh.
Slaven Bilic to keep them up, I think. They've got a decent squad of Pereira doing well in Championship last year. Gibbs, they've got some good players, but I think they. I've
always rated Kieran Gibbs.
Yeah, I think they could do well, but they could equally go down. But I think Bilic will keep them up.
Yeah, in 15th place, I've got Marcelo Bielsa's Leeds United.
Interesting. It's quite.
I think they're going to be like Wolves, but I don't think they're going to deal with Wolves. I think they might be the surprise package of this year's Premier League.
Interesting.
Good squad. Obviously, as we said, they lost Ben White. Signed Rodrigo. Is he going to be the player that people think he is?
I think there was a lot of money for Leeds.
Unsure. Obviously, they broke their record after Rio Ferdinand. Big Rio. But, there you go. That's anyone in the middle, but, mid-table matters. There you go. That's the sign, mid-table matters. But, yeah, Rodrigo, depending... Obviously, as we said, lost Ben White. Squad, they've got Calvin Phillips, could be the breakout star of the season. But yeah, I think they'll just stay up. They're going to be in that relegation battle, but I think they're just going to stay up.
Yeah, I could be proved wrong on that one. Just have to see how it goes.
And he's a fantastic coach as well.
Yeah, 15th, I've gone for Newcastle.
Ooh.
Now, I just think they'll have a decent season. Steve Bruce got a lot of criticism last year after, he maybe wasn't the most
He's
welcome.
actually not that bad of a manager.
He wasn't that bad, but Newcastle fans weren't happy at the time.
It's Geordie himself.
Yeah, but
I suppose Sunderland connections as well.
I think that was the issue. But they've got a decent team, managed to Maximan. But yeah, I think they'll just be decent, solid. Not maybe in a slight relegation fight, but not doing too bad.
Yeah, that's
not a lot to say on them really.
Yeah, we go to 14th place. I've got West Ham United.
I've gone for the exact same.
Yeah. Decent end to the season.
Yeah, good.
Antonio coming through.
Yeah, Antonio really saved him at the end of the year. Getting player of the month as well in July.
Yarmolenko. Yeah, I like Yarmolenko, but he gets injured quite a lot, which is the problem.
Yeah, he's a strange player.
He always scores against Man United, so.
Yeah, but I think the thing with West Ham is they're not too big to go down.
No, you're never too. As Premier League years have shown you, you're never. Even Leeds have gone down.
Yeah.
They went down with great players like Milner.
Imagine that stadium in a Championship though. The London Stadium playing in Championship football. The attendance will be like less than half.
It's quite crazy to think. Less attendance than the Olympics. But yeah, I agree with it. So West Ham in 14th. Yeah, I agree with that.
Not too shabby. Yeah.
Wait, you agreed with West Ham in 14th? That's good. So agreeing again. But 13th, I've got Southampton.
Yep. Not bad.
fantastic after they lost 9-0 to Leicester in October, and after that they actually got more points than Leicester after that, which is fantastic. And yeah, I think right in the middle of the table, and I think they'll do well.
Yeah, I've gone
Danny Ings was on fire as well.
I've gone for the other South Coast club, Brighton.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think Graham Potter has really, he's really tried to emphasise his philosophy of good attacking football, free-flowing. If they can get like inconsistent players like Trossard playing, Neil Maupay had a good season unexpectedly, I think.
Yeah.
And additionally, we said to Villana, I think they're going to have a good season. Ben White, obviously, could make a
partner Lewis Dunk.
Could be partnering Lewis Dunk, which is very good, underrated centre-back partnership.
I always thought if Ben White was going to stay, because there was reports of Dunk going to Chelsea for 40 million, and then I thought that's probably going to persuade Ben White to stay, but Ben White and Dunk could play together.
Yeah, it could work out, and I think Bruyne will have a very good season. They're best in the Premier League.
In 12th, I've got Newcastle United. Obviously, we've talked about Newcastle. Players like Sir Maximan, will Joe Linton have a good season? He needs to do better than last. 4 goals, wasn't it?
Yeah,
all season.
Yeah, and that was in all comps, not even in the Prem. So
Dwight Gale had a decent end to the season, scoring against Liverpool in about 30 seconds, wasn't it? Even though it didn't really matter, Liverpool won, but
still won.
Still won, even though you concede in a minute. But yeah, I think decent season for Newcastle, and 12th place finish.
Not bad. I've gone for Sheffield, which may be a bit low compared to how they did last season, but the post-lockdown they really fell off. Like, again, some really poor results in there, and going from potential Champions League challengers at one point to not even near Europa League. So they brought in Aaron Ramsdale to replace Dean Henderson, who's obviously gone back to Man United.
Mm-hmm.
It's a decent signing. I think he deserves to stay in the Premier League after his performance with Bournemouth. So yeah, they've got a decent team, but I think teams could work them out.
They've exposed them at the end of the season.
Yeah, with the overlapping centre backs.
Yeah,
it's an interesting system.
Think about the goal Martial scored.
Yeah,
the tap in, especially 2 tap ins, but yeah, I've gone for Sheffield United 11th. That's what I've gone for. We just talked about them, so yeah, I think they won't have as good a season as they've had, but they'll stay where they are. That's what I think. So who have you gone 11th?
Burnley. Yeah, I think Sean Dyche, probably one of the best managers in the league, I'd say.
It's question marks over his future.
Yeah, with that squad, he's working miracles every single year. Like, you look at the players in it, probably championship quality, half of them, but doing very well each season. They have not really signed anyone, but they've only lost some old players like Aaron Lennon, Jeff Hendricks. Not really going to hurt them too much, I don't think. So for me,
they're the only team to take points off Liverpool at Anfield.
It's pretty impressive, that, isn't it? Yeah,
Liverpool won every game bar one at Anfield.
With a very good defence record, the likes of Nick Pope, maybe Euro 2021 starting keeper.
If Dean Henderson we'll talk about Dean Henderson later, but
yeah,
I think if Dean starts to become number 1, he could possibly be. Which is quite good because we talked about like Jordan Pickford, not off the standards for an England keeper. But that's the only frailty I think of England is the defence and the goalkeeper.
Yeah,
that stops us challenging for major trophies.
Yeah, so maybe Nick Pope with Burnley.
Yeah.
Trying to add to his amazing clean sheet record last season. Nearly
just behind Edison.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible considering he's got Tarkowski and Ben Mee in front of him rather than Aymeric Laporte and players like Otamendi, Stones.
John Stones,
yeah. Nathan Ake next season. So.
Yeah, I went 10th for Burnley, so yeah, I think they'll have another decent season, as you said, and will do quite well. With Sean Dyche, still question marks over his future, but yeah, I think they'll have another decent season. Who have you got in 10th?
Southampton.
So we've talked about Southampton, but yeah, talk about why have you placed them there?
Well, they brought in Salisu, as a decent young centre back from La Liga, I believe, and they brought in Cole Peters on a permanent transfer after.
I did see that clip of the All or Nothing documentary.
Well, probably from Mourinho shouting his mouth off as usual. Yeah, pretty much.
It's quite a long name, Cole Peters.
Yeah, lost Højbjerg to Spurs, lost Suarez after to Arsenal. So lost 2 good players to North London clubs, but Danny Ings on fire, maybe a potential shout for Euro 2021 again. So I think they'll keep going, keep motoring on and get 10th.
Yeah, so that's the end of mid-table, and some decent predictions in there. We've got some maybe questionable ones for your club, especially with with Leeds. Obviously you think they're going to go down, but I think they'll have a decent season. So yeah, that's the end of the mid-table section. We're going to go now into the Europa League challenges and who we think is going to get Europa League football. Yeah. So yeah, Europa League. Here we go.
Now we're going to move on to the Europa League challenges. Starting off, who we think is 9th place down to 5th.
So yeah, in 9th place, I've got Everton.
I've got Everton as well.
Yeah. Signing some decent players like James Rodriguez from Real Madrid and Alan from Napoli, who's worked with Carlo Ancelotti in the past when he was at Napoli, so he knows the qualities and traits of the player. So they could do something, but they're very inconsistent, as we saw last year. They can down tools very easily, as we saw under Marco Silva. But I don't think Everton will get any higher.
Yeah, I think they'll be in that mid-ground between the likes of Southampton, Burnley in 10th and 11th, and the teams are going to put slightly higher up. But James Rodriguez, it's an interesting signing because he could come in and set the Premier League, but I think he's a bit past it personally from his days of like Real Madrid under Ancelotti.
World Cup 2014.
World Cup 2014, I just don't. They've got some good players as well, like Richarlison. Signed in Cuckoo from Ligue 1.
Mason Holgate came through.
Yeah, but I don't really see them pushing that further up. But 9th, I think, is about where they stand currently.
Yeah, I think they're still defensively woeful.
Yeah.
Jordan Pickford, how have they not? They're not even looking for a new goalkeeper.
No, they're blindly backing a player that.
Midfield, I'm still questionable about, but they're sorting that out, as we've said.
Yeah.
With James Rodriguez. And they're going to move Gylfi Sigurdsson out, I think. I don't think he's going to get much game time now if those two guys come in.
Especially if Rodriguez comes in, he's not going to get a look in really, is he?
Yeah, especially the wages is going to be on as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, in 8th place, I've got Leicester City.
Yeah, I've agreed with Leicester.
Horrible end to the season.
Yeah, that's the reason. There's two factors in this for me. One is the horrible end to last season, really falling off. Like, could have got Champions League. They would look like a Stonewall win for third at one.
In January, they were 13 points clear above 5th.
Yeah, exactly. And then the second reason is they're in Europa League this year. Their starting 11, very good, but squad depth, not too
like
sure.
Damari Gray. Iheanacho did well last season, to be fair.
Yeah,
but
didn't do too badly.
Can't rely.
No, likes of, I know Vardy just got top scorer, but he's getting on a bit. Surely that pace is going to have to.
Over 100 goals.
It's going to drop off soon enough, but yeah, I don't see him pushing any higher than 8th.
They have the ability to. We know they have the ability to, but they haven't strengthened. They've lost Ben Chilwell.
Yeah, Ben Chilwell.
Big factor for them. Brilliant left back, half and half. I think people are. I've seen a lot of Chelsea fans split on Ben Chilwell.
Yeah, I think he's a player that divides opinion really. I mean, going forward, very good, but defensively questionable, I believe. But yeah, 8th, I think it's a decent.
It's the right
decent
place.
shout.
In 7th, I've got Wolverhampton Wanderers for the 3rd season in a row. They're going to finish 7th.
Boring.
Very boring, but I think very predictable.
Yeah, they got a very good team.
Very good team. They've just lost Matt Doherty to Tottenham Hotspur, Amazon FC. So, yeah, Matt Doherty. He's an Arsenal fan as well.
Yeah, there's that tweet that was going around a couple of days ago saying he loves Arsenal. He's a huge Arsenal fan.
He's a huge Arsenal fan.
What is it with Spurs players that loves Arsenal?
Well, it was the same with Serge Aurier as well.
And Harry Kane.
Oh my god.
In his Arsenal shirt when he was about 10.
I think when you're younger you love Arsenal, but as you grow older you realise Tottenham, I think, are the better club.
That is controversial.
Controversial?
That is very controversial.
I'm joking.
He's not joking.
Oh great, Arsenal fans could kill me already.
Yeah.
Not that they already do, but you know. But yeah, I think Wolverhampton Wanderers, it's going to stay the same. Obviously, Traore, Jimenez, great combination, but
if they can get those two consistently working together, I think they could have a very good season.
But I think they're just going to finish 7th.
Yeah, 7th I've gone for Spurs. Now
Spurs 7th.
Yeah, I will admit, I think from 4th to 7th will be pretty tight this season. I think there will only be 5 points in it, but yeah, I just think that squad is just getting on, and I think the motivation could be going slightly with the likes of Harry Kane. You know, he's got to be questioned. He's been there for like 6-7 years at this point in the first team, and hasn't won anything. And he's a top quality striker.
He's a very ambitious player.
He's a top quality striker we've seen in previous Premier League seasons, World Cups, getting Golden Boot.
Well, penalty FC.
Yeah, but I just don't see them doing a lot better. Like, I could be very wrong. They've signed Højbjerg, Matt Doherty, who we mentioned earlier, but these are really players that they're decent Premier League players. But
Joe Hart.
They're not top quality. Yeah, Joe Hart's coming to replace Michel Vaughan.
And Gazzaniga.
Yeah, but I don't really see him pushing further up.
No, Lloris and he's the captain as well, so I don't see Hugo Lloris going.
For me, at Spurs also, it's the mentality. Like when they were at Crystal Palace, they secured the Europa League qualification. Like Mourinho was loving it.
Jesus.
Like
that was like him calling the Community Shield the Europa League and the Carabao Cup the treble.
Yeah, it's the lack of mentality, really, isn't it? It's a small club mentality, in my opinion. Like
that's what you tried to do to us, make us a small club.
Yeah, I don't see him pushing any higher.
I respect Mourinho's box office. He's an amazing character.
Oh yeah, he's a great character.
He's amazing in football. You never want him to go, but you don't want him at your club, as I've experienced, and it's not fun to have Jose Mourinho, but seeing another club have him, it's funny.
Yeah, it's good banter.
But yeah, so in 6th place, I've got Spurs, so just talked about Spurs, so yeah, same reasons as you really. Not going to do much, just could get top 4, but then could not.
Yeah, I've gone for the other club in North London, Arsenal.
Oh.
Now, Arsenal,
Arteta's Arsenal.
I did have the original suspicion they would finish below Spurs, but then I saw them. I know Community Shield's only a friendly, but I thought they played very well. Like, Aubameyang is a top quality striker.
He's the best striker in the league.
Yeah, I believe he's the only player other than Henry to score 20 plus goals in consecutive seasons for Arsenal. So that shows at the age of 32 is he now?
Just hit 30, isn't he?
I think he's around that sort of age. So getting on for a strike, pace is going to go, but he's got that great finishing ability.
Especially the goal against Liverpool. I thought that was quite good.
Yeah, he played very well in the last few games.
Tell you what, I don't like other clubs' kits, but that away kit's quite nice.
Decent, isn't it?
It's quite decent.
They've signed Willian as well on a free transfer from Chelsea, which is
debatable signing.
Yeah, it's on a free though, isn't it? It's just good squad depth for the end of the day. Like if Pepe or Lacazette could be on his way out.
Atletico or Juventus sign here.
Yeah,
but then Luis Suarez is apparently going to go to Juventus.
Yeah, potentially, but I think Arsenal, Arteta, I rate him as a manager, so 6th. I think it's the best they could sort of vote for their current squad defensively.
Yeah. Sign Gabriel.
Staffy. Gabriel could be good, but still a young player, so.
I think Gabriel will do well.
Mate, I were in for them, weren't they, at one point? It was a transfer race.
We're in for everyone.
Pretty much.
But yeah, I've actually gone Arsenal for 5th. I think they'll just miss out on the Champions League. I think they're good enough to get the Champions League. That squad, it should have been good enough to get Champions League last year, but down tools under Unai Emery. Didn't do well under the caretaker Freddie Ljungberg, who's left the club to pursue more managerial experience. Yeah. And your managerial experience. But yeah, Mikel Arteta, be a great manager, I think, in the future. Obviously, number 2s we've seen previously never work, but I think this will definitely work. This is the man.
Yeah, he seems to have got Arsenal running as well. Like he's sort of saying to the players, you don't
winning
work
mentality.
Hard. If you don't work hard, you're not in my team, which is different between that and Unai Emery.
We've seen that with Guendouzi and Maitland-Niles is starting to come back into the squad, but we saw at the start he wasn't in.
And Mesut Ozil as well. Like Unai Emery sort of was blindly playing him sometimes just because he was on a big wage and he's a big character, isn't he? Like
yeah.
But yeah, I think Arteta's
still class player on his day. But yeah, he's getting on now. Who have you got in 5th?
I've got Wolves.
Surprise package.
I think they'll push up a little bit more. They've got some very, very good players like Raul Jimenez, very consistent striker, and now they've got that bit more experience of playing in Europa League as well as Premier League. They had to maybe manage slightly better, and always improving every season.
They haven't got European football this year.
Oh yeah, so the lack of Europa League football will
because Arsenal won the FA Cup.
Yeah, lack of distraction. I think now more experience with the likes of Jimenez really scoring the goals, Adama Traore. Decent players in there, I think.
Yeah.
Ruben Neves also. So I could be very wrong.
I've always loved Ruben Neves.
I could be very wrong then pushing up the table, but
yeah.
I think they could.
That's why I said I think they could do something, but I think they'll just stay where they are. So I wouldn't be surprised if Wolves do something.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be good enough to push the Champions League just yet because they haven't really signed anyone too big. But as I said, I think they'll
lost Matt Doherty. Big player for them, to be honest.
Yeah, it could prove a key loss, but probably expect them to find a replacement because I don't think they've got many other decent fullbacks.
I thought they'll get more money for him than 12 million.
Yeah, he's getting on a bit though. He's been in the club for ages.
Yeah.
Since the
Nick
Championship
McCarthy
days.
signed him.
Yeah, that shows you how long
Very
he's
old.
been in the club.
Might even be 10 plus years, maybe.
So the lack of Europa League distraction, combined with a good squad, always getting the experience in the Prem, bonding as a group, and I think they'll do well.
Yeah, so that's the end of our Europa League to 5th predictions. And we're going to get on to the nice and juicy stuff. We're going to get into the top 4 and who's going to win the Premier League. So, let's go into the top 4 then, Mars.
Who you got in 4th?
Man United.
I've gone for Man United as well.
Yeah.
I think you have a very good season with the likes of Bruno, Donny van der Beek signing for 40 mil here. He's a decent player. What do you think of the signing?
I think it's going to be a very... Well, I'm not a bit confident, but I think it's going to be a good signing. Good player, decent for £40 million. I think better than Jack Grealish.
Yeah, but Jack Grealish is a entirely different player, really, isn't it?
Yeah, Champions League experience, and we're in the Champions League this year, so...
Could be good, yeah.
Yeah, so depending if we get the centre-back from Monaco, I can't really remember his name, but Jayden Sancho as well, I think, in my opinion, it's going to happen. But I think we'll have enough. If we sign Jayden Sancho and the centre-back, I think we'll just have enough to finish 4th.
Yeah. Well, who do you think is going to start in goal, though?
It's going to be De Gea until something drastically major is going to happen.
Well, like a key high-profile error maybe.
Yeah.
Start of the season, Henderson comes in. I think, I agree. I think De Gea will start off as number 1, but then Ollie will start rotating them, and then maybe that could where your season go down the pan.
Yeah.
Like, if defenders need a solid goalkeeper behind them to really trust them all the time, rather than having rotated constantly.
Yeah, so Man United 4th.
Yep.
Then we agree on that. 3rd, I've got Frank Lampard's Chelsea.
Yep.
Decent signings. Werner, Ziyech, Chilwell, Thiago Silva, and Havertz just announced
Announced like an hour ago for 90 mil, so...
Yeah, so...
Some very good signings.
Very good signings, but I think the most they'll finish off the lead is about 15 points, which they'll still close the gap.
Yeah.
But I'm very still questioning them on defence.
Yeah, I think they've got a good enough experience in there, and I've put them in 2nd place, Chelsea. Yeah, I think they'll be decent this season with the likes of Werner coming up. I think he's going to set a Premier light. Ziyech, very creative player. I can see those two linking up a bit, and I do question the defence slightly, but the back line's not too bad. Like Chilwell, decent player, maybe overpaid slightly for him, but I think he'll do a job. Thiago Silva, very experienced, maybe might not adapt to the Prem, but he's going to produce. He's going to shore up that defence, and then Azpilicueta, we know he's Mr. Reliable, isn't he? So they could
also an idiot. But
they could pull a surprise maybe with signing of Donnarumma, which I think I'm keeping in mind with this prediction. I think they probably will sign a new goalkeeper as well.
But I still think City are going to finish 2nd.
Yeah, I put City in 3rd. Their mentality is just sort of going down the pan. Like the Champions League games against Lyon, I know it's hard to judge off one game, but that was their chance to win the Champions League, I think.
If they sign Messi and Koulibaly, they're going to win the league.
There's no way they're signing both of them though.
No,
I don't see them signing either of them.
I mean, we talk about it, Messi can cripple any club.
Yeah.
Even Man City.
Yeah, I think if any team signed Messi, they'd be a detriment, really.
Yeah, I think the most points is going to be 1st and 2nd, which we know who it's going to be. Well, my predictions anyway. I think the most it's going to be about 5 points.
Yeah, I think their top 4 especially will be a lot closer this year. I think Man United will be in there and thereabouts till about October, November time maybe. And then sort of tail off again. And then
Chelsea will be in there till at least January.
Yeah, January, February time, but then Liverpool will run away ahead of
so
Chelsea and City.
Liverpool to win the league again.
Yeah, I think we've got a very good chance again. Obviously, you said that the signing of Thiago could prove crucial. If we might not be doing as well.
A new style of play.
Yeah.
Because I think teams are figuring out Liverpool.
Yeah, too many crosses.
As we've seen.
Too many crosses. We missed Trent badly in that Community Shield.
Yeah.
Game. Neco Williams thrown in the deep end. Didn't really deliver too much. But I think one to watch this season for us is Roberto Firmino. Really needs to step up. Really needs to step up for me. I'm not one of these Liverpool fans that really like admires
Firmino's
Firmino
better than
for,
everyone.
yeah, for being a system player. Like, yes, he presses and runs and, you know, he's involved in the build-up play, but he needs to start scoring more goals. If you're that striker, which he's close as we have to a striker at the moment.
We know he
in
can
that
do
system.
it. We know he can.
Yeah, I mean, it's when Klopp first came in, he was our best player, and he's had some very good seasons in the past, but only one goal at home in the league. I know he scored like quite a lot away, but
you've got to do it at home.
Yeah, could be one to watch, but yeah, Thiago, I think he'll sign, and I think we'll win the league.
So yeah, to take away from this predictions, Liverpool to win the league, City to be, in Miles' eyes, off the pace again,
Yep.
and watch out for Chelsea. So now we're going to go into the individual awards of the 2020 and 21 season.
So now we're going to move into the awards of the season. Who's going to get best player, young player, most assists, and of course, golden boot. So who have you got for golden boot to start off with?
Well, I actually love this player. If I could take one player to come to United, I think I'll sign this player, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
Class.
I think he's he's a funny guy and he's a fantastic player.
The last 3 games at Wembley, he's just been the best player on the pitch every time, hasn't he? Really, top quality against Man City. Did really well in the final, and then Community Shield scored another great goal. So
yeah, I've been following him since the Dortmund days. So yeah, so if people look at my Instagram and be like, "Why are you following Aubameyang?" Because I've been following him since the Dortmund days.
Yeah, he's a very, very good player, and really going to carry that Arsenal team this season, I think. Mm-hmm. As we mentioned earlier, he's the only player of memory to score 20+ goals in consecutive seasons. So
he's a fantastic player.
Yeah,
world class.
I've gone for a player that I wish was in my team, Liverpool, Timo Werner. I think we should have signed him.
We talked about your prediction for Timo Werner, and yeah, he's going to win the Golden Boot in your opinion.
Yep, Golden Boot winner. I think he's very suited to the Prem, like pacey, powerful, clinical. Leipzig really missed him in that Champions League game.
Who did beat Atletico?
Yeah, but the
I don't understand how did Liverpool not beat Atletico but RB Leipzig did?
Different styles, isn't it? On the day.
Man. I mean,
Oblak did have a very good game.
Julian Nagelsmann is a fantastic manager at Leipzig. Practically the same, well, maybe the same style as play as Klopp, but
yeah. I think Werner will have a very good season with quality players providing assists like Ziyech, Havertz, Mason Mount. Yep, I think he'll get best.
Chilwell as well can get some assists.
I think he'll get Golden Boot.
Yeah. So yeah, well, this one's going to be easy. Who's going to win the assists?
Oh, there's only one man, isn't it? Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne.
The man is he's something different, isn't it?
Bit unlucky to not break Thierry Henry's assist record.
Yeah.
Levelled it, 20 assists.
It's not bad going, is it? I'm probably going to be a lot more if the likes of Jesus.
I thought he was going to break it with the last game of the season against Norwich.
Yeah, I mean they absolutely.
I thought he got 2 goals and 1 assist in that game, but yeah, I think could he break it this season?
Potentially, I don't think he'll break it.
I think he'll get under
Maybe
20,
15, 16.
Yeah, so that was easy. Player of the year is a different conversation though.
I've gone boring. I've gone Werner again because I think he's going to be that good. I think he'll probably score like 28, 29 goals.
If it's going to be his last season and it's going to be a Liverpool player, then he's going to have a great last season. Sadio Mane.
It's a good shout. It's a very good shout. Mane's been so good. Lost.
Bit unlucky not to win it.
4
last
seasons
year.
Now, isn't it? Yeah.
I think other than De Bruyne, Mane would have been second in my opinion.
Yeah, Mane's just a great guy and a fantastic player that's really flourished under Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah, Southampton player.
It's a very good shout.
Yeah. Your player of the year, Timo Werner, as we've discussed. Young player of the year, different conversation though.
Yeah, this is quite a difficult one to pick really because
a lot of young
could
players.
Be a breakout star. It could be someone that's consistently.
Calvin Phillips.
Yeah, Calvin Phillips up there. Likes of Phil Foden, even Trent Alexander-Arnold again maybe, but.
I think it runs till 24. I think it does.
I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I think it should be a lot younger.
I mean, Sterling won it when he was 20. Was it? Just 24, but he's been around the game for nearly 10 years.
Maybe like 22 and under, I think that should be the limit.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous at this point. Like, it's not really a young player, neither their prime at that point. Like.
Yeah, but you mentioned him. I've gone for Phil Foden.
Yeah, I think it's a very good shout.
I think he's going to have a fantastic season.
Yeah, he's replacing
David Silva. It's going to be It's going to be a very hard job.
Yeah, maybe we'll see this season if Foden doesn't step up to the level they need him to. what a gap David will leave.
It's a big void. It's a big void to fill.
Yeah.
Who have you gone for?
I've gone for Mason Greenwood.
Mason Greenwood.
Yeah, well, I think this sort of is based on whether I think he'll sign Sancho. I don't think he will sign Sancho, but I think Mason will step up. He's very, very clinical. He's
versatile. He can play left wing,
yeah,
striker, and right.
Yeah, so I think he'll have a very good season. Clinical.
He reminds me so much of Robin van Persie.
It does.
That left foot.
Left foot shoots him anywhere he feels like it. Yeah, I think he'll do very well as United get top 4.
I loved Van Persie when he's here, so I love Mason Greenwood as well. But I think Phil Foden. I think the higher you finish, I think the younger player's going to get it. So I'm going to go for Phil Foden. But if it was going to be a young player, if Liverpool, for example, probably might be Trent again. You never know.
I haven't really got many other options. Joe Gomez, but is he going to be? He's just overshadowed by Van Dijk quite a lot, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
So.
Unless Van Dijk has a horrible season.
Yeah, but then I don't go Gomez will get it if Van Dijk had a horrible season, if you know what I mean. So only really Trent from our current team.
So yeah, that was us talking about the individual awards, and we'll just wrap up the video here. So thank you for Miles for coming today.
So thank you for having me on.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to have you on, mate.
Yeah.
Hardly see each other anymore, to be honest, because of life.
Yeah.
And stuff, lockdown, college.
Good to catch up over videos like this.
Yeah. So yeah, Premier League predictions 2021 and the individual awards. That's done for another year. I've really enjoyed this video. See, got the new Man United shirt yesterday, and yeah, I would tell you the story. I'll tell you the story off camera because I don't want to keep rambling on. But yeah, so that is the end of the video. So hope you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the Jacob Cullip YouTube channel, ding dong that notification bell. I will be very happy if you guys could subscribe to this channel because I think Martin could say I do work hard on my YouTube channel.
Lots of videos coming out recently.
Yeah, well. I do work quite hard. I had a little month break, I did, but I'm back now. I'm working very hard. I'm trying to make the videos I enjoy about my life, football, music, which I think most of my subscribers are here for. But I want to get some more, just talk about my life. But yeah.
Drop your comment about your predictions, yeah. If you want to just chuck the top 4 in relegation or do the whole list, feel free and we'll put it down in the comments to discuss them.
So yeah, remember guys, you need to be yourself, you can't be no one else. I've been Jacob Cullip, he's been Miles, and yeah guys, peace.